back to Chair Shot Reality here on WrestleZone.com. You can follow me on Twitter at JoshEisenberg4. But now, it is time for NXT in 90. And NXT this past week was all about the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic taking shape in the tournament action. You saw No Way Jose and his tag team partner Rich Swann pick up the victory to kick off NXT in a very exciting, very charismatic tag team of these two guys, and I really like what they're doing with them, putting two big personalities together in this tag team tournament. It was also the debut of Roderick Strong. Yes, Roderick Strong, the 13-year veteran from Ring of Honor, teaming with Austin Aries. They picked up victories, and they move on to the next round as well. I love the essence between those two guys and the charisma, chemistry, putting it all together. Something exciting is going to happen. It ended with Shinsuke Nakamura trying to call out Samoa Joe, but the flamboyant Patrick Clark got involved. I'm not sure why they did that, but it got a lot of heat on Patrick Clark. Nakamura hit his finisher on him and really enhanced him and Samoa Joe wanting to get their hands on one another. But the best part of NXT was Bobby Roode, because Bobby Roode is going to face 10 Ty Dillinger at NXT TakeOver in Toronto. That is your NXT in 90. I am here. Justin, I did see you this past week at the David Allen Fashion Show. I saw you obviously because you're pimping yourself out the entire weekend. But I gotta say, I saw what you wore, and what I saw that you wore says one thing to me. You just made the list!
I gotta say thank you to Eisenberg. Of course, we just saw Eisenberg's NXT in 90, and Eisenberg, I know Eisenberg putting me on the list because of what I wore at the David Allen Fashion Show. You are jealous, Eisenberg.
You should have seen this guy.
I can smell the jealousy from Florida.
You should have seen this
guy.
guy.
The jealousy from Florida, and him down there saying I'm on the list.
I think he was just jealous because he wasn't involved in the fashion show. I mean, I had a great time.
You know, he puts on a fashion show every day in Florida.
I hate to admit it, I marked out with you, but you know, I'll give
and
it
the
to
pictures don't lie. Look
give
at the
it to
picture.
you.
Let's put
This is on your
Look
Twitter?
at the picture.
Oh
Look
no,
at the
put it down.
picture.
Take it down, please.
All right, well, let's talk about Chris Jericho and the list. Renell, we can all agree the list is over.
Yes.
It's over like Rover. Is Chris Jericho helping or harming, though, the Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins story, and also by proxy Kevin Owens being the champion? Is Jericho taking away, or is he helping this?
I necessarily, I'll give it right now. It's so strange, but I will say exactly this. I do feel like it's helping in a way. You got to think, Chris Jericho is a veteran, just like we know on different indie scenes. A veteran knows exactly what type of spice, what type of lace to give on it. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the ring with guys that are like Chris Jericho, and they say, do it like this, do it just much. The fact is, you're in the ring with a veteran. He can break this thing down to a science, to a fact. It's not so much focus on him, but it's just enough you get that annoying friendship and still the egos clashing that it could potentially still help them grow as a feud.
I don't think Chris Jericho is doing a lot of benefit to the Owens-Rollins feud, but that's not that big of a deal as it might be otherwise, because I think this Owens-Rollins feud, this issue, is going to end at Hell in a Cell, and we're going to see that Hell in a Cell then become the beginning of the Owens-Jericho friendship dissolving.
Oh, these are some strong words.
And we're going to see Seth Rollins, I think, start to push gears towards Triple H, who, we saw last time Rollins got screwed by, it was Stephanie, but then we saw Stephanie get in a car with Triple H. So I don't think the Owens Rollins is being helped by Jericho. I think Jericho's doing great.
So do you just feel like he's just a hat?
I just feel like the focus is on Chris Jericho. I feel like the Owens Rollins feels secondary, but again, that's okay because it's going to end next weekend anyways. Rollins is going to probably get screwed again. And Triple H finds his way into the cell somehow, I don't know. But Rollins goes this direction, and Chris Jericho goes this direction with I mean, imagine Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens at Survivor Series in Toronto, two Canadians, and then because they're not going to be the number one match because you're going to have Goldberg Lesnar. So that's a great title match. That's great.
It'll be
one
a nice
title match.
previous one to build up to the Goldberg.
Yes. So it's the thing. Jericho, he's not helping that story, but man, is he positioning himself to have another great babyface run?
I think honestly right now Chris is doing just enough, but at the same time he knows exactly what to do so people don't forget about him. I mean, there's only a certain amount of times you can leave, come back until people get sick of you. I feel like right now he's doing just exactly what he needs to do to stay right in the same focus that he's in.
We continue to do exactly what we need to do to entertain you and be your number one procrastination tool on the internet behind, well, you know what. You can follow The Rev on Twitter. You can follow me at Justin LeBar. Of course, you can follow at Josh Eisenberg4. Josh and I finishing off the main event of the weekend as we are going to talk about Charlotte and Sasha, Cruiserweight division. Paige and Del Rio, and Goldberg, Brock Lesnar. You don't want to miss this.